5 EastEnders spoilers for Monday 27th, Thursday 30th October, 2025 Halloween horrors and haunting secrets. The Slater Moons face a haunting Halloween amid Zoe's secret, and a chilling home video chaos erupts in the Slater house. As Zoe's secret tears the family apart, Kat tries to stay out of it, but can't resist getting involved, especially as Zoe grows frantic over her missing cat and tensions quietly boil over. Meanwhile, Ross confides in Alfie about his turbulent relationship with Vicky Fowler, while Vicky seeks advice from Ian Beale, who quietly transfers money to Sharon Watts to help with Zoe's situation. At the Queen Vic quiz night, emotions run high. Kat, unable to bite her tongue, overhears Vicky and Ross talking and blurts out Zoe's secret in front of the entire pub. The revelation sends shockwaves through Walford, leaving Zoe humiliated and furious. As Kat confronts her daughter, she issues a heartbreaking ultimatum, forcing Zoe to make a decision that could tear the family apart. When Zoe later discovers a photo of her and Kat smashed, she accuses her mom of doing it. But when Kat denies it, Zoe's paranoia grows, and she begins to fear someone is targeting her. As Halloween unfolds, Alfie discovers a VHS tape from the 1980 seconds, just as tensions peak at the Vic. Ross sets up a video player. But Kat hesitates. Zoe lashes out at Vicky and Anthony, convinced she's being targeted. When the 1988 footage begins, Zoe panics and clears the pub. Left alone with Kat and Tommy, she watches the tape, but what buried truth is about to be revealed? Eve Panisar Unwin faces painful memories as she and Suki pursue adoption. Eve and Suki gear up for a key adoption meeting. But Ravi's return with Priya and the kids reignites old Panisar tensions, threatening their plans. The meeting itself goes surprisingly well until Eve learns she'll need a personal reference from her estranged mother. This news hits hard, reopening old wounds that Eve has tried desperately to forget. Will she face her past head-on? Or will her fears jeopardize her and Suki's dream of building a family together? Oscar Branning grows suspicious of Jasmine Fisher's strange behavior. After Lauren's advice, Oscar confronts Jasmine at the Albert about her strange behavior and obsession with Cindy Beale. Jasmine grows defensive, clearly hiding something. Still reeling from being hit by Nigel's car, Jasmine remains a mystery. Her secrets run deep, and it's unclear how far she'll go to keep them buried. Oki traps Kojo as danger escalates. Kojo's escape turns into a nightmare when Oki traps him. The next day, Ravi, burdened by guilt, meets Oki, who falsely claims Kojo and Harry have been freed. As Ravi hands over leadership of the business to Oki, the power dynamic shifts dangerously. With Kojo and Harry still in peril, the question looms large: who will discover the truth before it's too late? Nigel Bates makes a heartbreaking confession. Nigel shares a heartfelt moment with Julie about their future, but later confesses he's too unwell to travel to India, turning her relief into heartbreak. The heartbreak is palpable as Nigel faces the harsh reality of his dementia. It's a tender, devastating storyline, one that reminds us how EastEnders can still deliver raw emotion amid all the chaos. As Nigel's condition worsens, how will Julie find the strength to care for the man she loves? EastEnders heartbreak as Tommy Moon breaks down after Joel's scandal. Can he ever recover? In EastEnders, young Tommy Moon is facing one of the darkest and most painful chapters of his life, as the full horror of his connection with Joel Marshall comes crashing down around him. What began as an innocent search for friendship spiraled into a nightmare, one that has left Tommy broken, isolated, and questioning who he really is. It's clear that Tommy's journey has been shaped by loneliness and confusion, struggling to fit in. He first found solace in an AI chatbot before being swept up by the magnetic yet deeply toxic Joel. Like many teenagers desperate to belong, Tommy saw in Joel a confident and worldly friend. But beneath Joel's charm was a dangerous ideology steeped in misogyny, control, and violence that slowly began to poison Tommy's outlook. I think what's most tragic here is how easily a young, impressionable boy was drawn into such darkness. Tommy never took part in Joel's most horrific crimes, but he was still complicit, a bystander who got too close to evil without realizing how deep it ran. Joel's actions, from his appalling assaults to his manipulation of Tommy, have left scars that go far beyond the physical. When Joel's true nature was exposed, from his past assault in Australia to his vile attack on Vicky Fowler, Tommy was forced to confront the truth. His loyalty to his friend crumbled under the weight of reality. And in a heartbreaking turn, Tommy and his dad Alfie helped lead the police to Joel's arrest. But while Joel now faces justice, Tommy is left to face something even harder himself. This week's scenes were some of the most emotionally charged we've seen from young Tommy, as Kat and Alfie cautiously told him he could return to school. The boy's terror was palpable. His peers have turned on him. Social media has branded him as tainted, and the stigma of his friendship with Joel has become unbearable. When Jean's casual mention of Joel sent him running from the room, it was clear Tommy's not coping at all. Not even Zoe's comfort could reach Tommy, and Lily's harsh words pushed him over the edge. Alone in the cafe, tearful and broken, he was a boy consumed by guilt and isolation. It's moments like these that remind us why EastEnders remains such powerful storytelling. Beneath the grit and chaos, it's a show about humanity, about people breaking and trying to rebuild. I think Tommy's storyline is particularly poignant because it highlights how toxic influences can prey on vulnerable young minds, especially boys struggling with identity, masculinity, and loneliness. As Tommy faces an uncertain future, the question now is whether his family can pull him back before the damage becomes permanent. Kat and Alfie's love for him is unwavering, but love alone might not be enough to undo the trauma he's endured. Can he find redemption? Or has the darkness Joel brought into his life left a permanent mark? Whatever happens next, one thing's for sure: Tommy's road to recovery will be long, painful, and deeply emotional. And in true EastEnders fashion, it's a journey that's bound to test not only his strength, but the entire Slater Moon family's ability to heal.
Cảm ơn bạn đã theo dõi kênh. Hẹn gặp lại.
EastEnders confirms Zoe Slater's dramatic exit as danger closes in, but is someone targeting her? Zoe Slater's long-awaited return to EastEnders has been nothing short of explosive, and now, it seems her turbulent comeback is heading towards an equally dramatic exit. Zoe's return has stirred rivalries and exposed deep family wounds, pushing the Slaters to the brink. But as threats loom, the real question is whether Zoe will choose to leave or be forced out. It's fair to say Zoe's time away from Albert Square has been filled with heartbreak and tragedy. After 20 years of silence, viewers discovered the shocking truth about her missing years. She gave birth to twins, only for her baby girl to be stillborn. Her surviving son, she gave up for adoption before vanishing from the hospital. Broken and terrified, that decision has haunted her ever since, shaping the hard, defensive woman we see now. I think what makes Zoe's return so compelling is that beneath her steel facade lies a woman consumed by loss and guilt. Her quest to find her son led her into dangerous territory, including her volatile connection with private investigator Greg Dolan, a man she once trusted but later attacked when he crossed a line. And just when we thought things couldn't get more shocking, Zoe dropped the bombshell that the father of her twins was none other than Dennis Rickman, Sharon Watts' late husband. That revelation alone would have been enough to send shockwaves through Walford. But in true EastEnders style, Zoe's chaos didn't stop there. Zoe's romance with Max Branning, Stacy's ex, reignited family tensions. Since her return, betrayal and guilt have shadowed her, leaving the Slaters barely holding on. This week, the tension reaches breaking point. As the family prepares for a quiz night at the Vic, Kat can't resist prying into her daughter's private life. Despite Alfie's pleas to leave it alone, Zoe, distracted and anxious about her missing cat, shuts her mother out, a small moment that symbolizes just how fractured their relationship has become. But the night takes a devastating turn when Kat overhears Vicky Fowler speaking to Ross Marshall and, in a moment of reckless impulse, reveals Zoe's biggest secret to the entire pub. The fallout is immediate and brutal. The Slaters are humiliated. The atmosphere turns venomous, and Zoe realizes she's once again at the center of a storm of her own, As the dust settles, Kat begins to see the damage her actions have caused, not just to her daughter, but to the entire family. Seeking comfort from Alfie, she tries to make sense of the chaos, but what follows is even more disturbing. When Zoe discovers a cherished photo of her family shattered, the glass smashed across her own face, paranoia grips her. She storms in to accuse Kat of breaking it. But when Kat swears she's innocent, Zoe is left trembling with fear. This moment reveals Zoe's fragile psyche, haunted by regret, heartbreak, and unseen threats. The shattered photo feels symbolic, blurring the line between paranoia and real danger. As whispers of Zoe's exit swirl, one thing's certain: her departure won't be quiet. Whether she runs from Walford to escape her demons, or faces an even darker fate, Zoe's final days promise to be charged with heartbreak, mystery, and high drama. After all, in EastEnders, no one ever truly escapes the past, and for Zoe Slater, it seems her past is about to catch up with her in the most devastating way possible.
Cảm ơn bạn đã theo dõi kênh. Hẹn gặp lại.